Women are the backbone of the family and indeed the bedrock of a nation. And because our women are the gatekeepers to family health, they exert such a powerful influence on intergenerational outcomes for their children. Empowering women essentially empowers all our families. It empowers our societies. It empowers our nations, and it empowers the world. This was one of the essence of the first International Conference on Population Development that was held in Cairo in 1994. The conference highlighted the linkages between population, poverty reduction, and sustainable development. It emphasized the value of investing in women and girls, both as an end in itself, but also as a key to improving the quality of life for everyone. We are here today to once again rededicate ourselves to the commitments made in Cairo. We are here to celebrate progress made in the last 25 years and to make new commitments to complete the unfinished agenda. As we do so, let us bear in mind the fact that the most important participants in this summit are actually not in this conference. And you may be wondering who I am referring to. I am referring to the 1 in 5 women from all corners of the world that this year alone will experience gender-based violence, most likely from someone who is close to them. The 800 women and girls who die every day during pregnancy or childbirth, and the 4 million girls who every year have to endure the painful and traumatic effects of female genital mutilation. We are talking about the more than 33,000 girls who are married off every day before the age of 18, and the millions of unemployed youth with limited hope for their future. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, let us deliberate over the next 3 days, and let our deliberations be guided by the needs, the aspirations, and the unrealized potential of those individuals who are not here. Kenya joins other nations in celebrating the progress made since Cairo. We have achieved universal access to free primary and secondary education, and indeed this year, we achieved 100% transition from primary to secondary education. Further, we have achieved gender parity in both primary and secondary schools. On health, I am happy to say that we have dramatically reduced child and infant mortality, and maternity services and health services for children below 1 year are free in all government health institutions. Reduction in maternal mortality has been steady but slower, has steadily decreased but at a slower pace, from 698 in 1994 to 362 per 100,000 births live births today, while the contraceptive prevalence rate has doubled. We can all together agree to eliminate female genital mutilation, which remains one of the most serious violations of human rights of women and girls. I would like to restate my personal commitment and that of the Government of Kenya to providing the leadership necessary to ensure that this practice ends within this generation. In April this year, we signed a landmark declaration between the governments of Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Somalia, and Ethiopia to address cross-border FGM practice. And last week, we signed an agreement with religious and cultural elders from Kenya to eliminate FGM by 2022. I also believe that we can all commit to eliminate violence against women and girls. A woman has a 1 in 3 chance of experiencing physical or sexual violence in her lifetime. This is a major gap in our development record as a global community. Since 1994, Kenya has enacted laws that focus on the eradication of gender-based violence and harmful practices, which include the Prevention Act against Domestic Violence of 2015. Further, I believe that we can all commit to eliminate child marriages. The percentage of young women between 20 and 24 years of age who are married before their 18th birthday has declined from 34% in 1994 to 25% in 2019. But the absolute number of girls under 18 who are at risk of child marriages is estimated at 10.3 million in 2019. In Kenya, 23% of girls are married before their 18th birthday. Early marriages denies our girls a chance to achieve their full potential in education and limits their social economic contribution. I also believe that we can also, together, commit to accelerate the reduction in maternal deaths. Progress has been much slower than projected in 1994. The death of a mother during pregnancy or while giving birth significantly reduces the chances of her children to survive and thrive. And yet, as we are demonstrating through Kenya's First Lady's Beyond Zero program, most maternal deaths can be prevented with proper antenatal care, skilled delivery at birth, and access to emergency obstetric care.
That will prevent the complications in pregnancy or childbirth when the woman has to give birth without the help of a midwife, nurse, or doctor. Yet, imagine the world
to march for something in solidarity with women, girls everywhere.
Against our girls everywhere, not least in
Every person
Timely data, health innovation, and improvements to your systems.
You're just talking. She was referring to the Greenbelt movement that she founded. Cairo ICPD began the push to put women and girls, become promises kept to girls, to women, to boys, to men, to everyone sexually abused, hurt, and traumatized. These victims, these survivors, over their bodies, over their choices and their futures. And there is a fundamental reason that let us applaud feminists and activists. You ignited a movement from forgotten. Sexual and reproductive health and rights. They matter because women and girls matter. This is for all. The Nairobi Statement, with its 1,000+ Nairobi commitments, was not held, and the program of action was not agreed upon. What was the status of women and girls? The work, the difficult, messy, tiring, day in and day out work it takes to act for real change. Let us applaud feminists and activists. You ignited a movement from Cairo to Beijing, and until today, you champion rights and choices for every girl so that she may fulfill her dreams. Thank you. And I urge us to heed the interests of that young girl and the solutions that we devise, her interests, as we commit in those Nairobi commitments that we announce, her interests in decisions we take in the days to come. The way forward is by focusing on one number only. And for UNFPA, that number is 0. 0 unmet need for contraception, so that every woman and adolescent girl decides for herself whether, when to get pregnant, how many children to have. 0 preventable maternal deaths, so that no woman will have to die for want of reproductive care.